Chappell Roan made a video talking about being stalked, and that reminded me of when I was being blamed for being stalked by my stalker. So this happened for me last year, March 2023, when all of a sudden I see someone outside of my window. We made eye contact for 2 seconds, and I knew that they were staring purposely at me, as opposed to accidentally, which sometimes happen with people passing by. I was on the second floor of my apartment, and the window of the blinds weren't completely closed, so I ducked behind the window and I closed my window. And it's blind. And I literally hid for like 5 minutes. Unfortunately, downstairs where the bigger window was, the blinds were completely open. When I want to say about 15 minutes later, I go downstairs, and that person is still there, looking into my apartment and looking for me. I ducked literally behind my kitchen counter, and I called my brother to come over and look for that person. So my brother closed the blinds for me all throughout my house. At this point, it's been about an hour, and my brother made sure that he was no longer around my apartment when I had to go to school that day. I walk into my school, and people are telling me from the school that someone dropped something off. When they show me what was dropped off, which was bunches of flowers. So I asked what was the person wearing who dropped them off, and they were wearing the exact same thing as the man who was standing outside of my apartment was. We got camera footage of him showing up to my school. I looked at that just to make sure that it was actually them, and it was. So then I'm freaking out, just like anyone would. Not only did they know where I lived, exactly where I lived, but they also knew where I went to school. When I found messages from someone through Instagram that they sent me every single day for months, with an exact plan of how they're going to find me. Even with a scheduled, timed routine of exactly where they would be. Go to the police, and then inevitably I go to court to get a restraining order against the person that stalked me. And I was luckily able to get their actual legal name because my brother went up to him when he was outside my apartment and got a picture of their ID. So then I went to court, and they decided not to show and completely comply with the restraining order. And so now you're wondering, why? Why did they stalk me? And why did they specifically stalk me in March and have a full schedule? In their restraining order paperwork, they specifically said, it's because I posted that I would meet the love of my life in March from a tarot card reading I had just gotten. So they showed up in March outside of my window and to my school because they assumed that they were the soulmate that I would meet in March. I never met this person. I never talked to this person. I didn't even know their name. And they blamed it on me in court. So imagine what Chappell Roan is going through.